Hi guys, so today I have this new set to share with you from Diamond Press that they brought to HSN. Is the Diamond Press Lowercase Inline Alphabet Dies, and they did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links, so thank you guys for using those. Oh my goodness! Okay, I didn't know what to expect with the Lowercase Inline. Like inline, what does that mean? Oh, this is so cool. So it's like those types that they have done where it's like a little drop-in effect. Let's see what's going on here. These little dots. Okay, let's read, or let's look at the instructions and we'll see a little more about these guys. Aww. Okay, so it's a decorative alphabet set, as you can see there. The examples would be to do the plain alphabet, which would just be the dies themselves. You can do, oh, okay, no wonder. I was like, what are these little dots? Because there's so many. So you can put little dot drop-ins. We have little dot alpha. I am a fan of these kind of dies. So much fun. Stripe alphabet, so that's these guys. And I love that they made them basically just another alphabet, right? Because you're going to drop them into these guys after you cut them. You're not going to inlay this with the H and then run it through. It's not going to work that way. You cut out your letter, or you cut this out on a piece of paper and then put your die on top of that, but I think it'd be better to do it the opposite way, and I'm sure they would agree. Yeah, so exactly that's what it says here. And then, you know, dot and plain alphabet with floral embellishments, so like you can mix those things and then have these little flowers on there. Oh my gosh. So they do say to cut your letter shape first, place a decorative die on top, and if that's the dots or the stripes or a mix of both, you know, however you want to do it. And so here they're just showing you, if you were to use an A, let's say, you would use the basic die, and then you can pop this on top of that paper and run it through, or you can put the little circle and run it through, and they're just showing you where you would place them, right? Like the C. So some of these are curved, I don't know if you can see that, and a little bit tighter, like this one's a little bit smaller than like this one, so that you can find the letter that you would want to look most appropriate. And like these are straight, like if it's a B or a D or something that has a very straight line, you would match it up with those. So they have the info there for you guys to check out, pretty much with every letter. And then it looks like there's even the and, question mark, exclamation point, you know, I don't know if you want to call it comma or apostrophe, however you want to use that one. And then the little flowers. So let's check this out. So a lot of dies here. You know, let me open both of these and I'll be right back. Put these out. And of course they come with the cutting folder that works in the marquee. If you don't have a marquee, you have another die cutting system, these will work in there. If you have other thin metal dies, they'll work in the marquee. They're all interchangeable. And I try to remember to make this a point because I get this question every single day in the comments. Somebody asks about that, so I always try to remember to say that. It'd be really cost prohibitive if you have to buy like the machine for the, you know what I'm saying, every company. That would be a lot. Okay. So again, all the different die pieces, I'll measure them in just a minute, but we have the little flowers. Oh, I love this. I like the way the little sprays like on both sides. So if you have a little flower in the middle, it just looks, it's already ready to go instead of putting two little pieces together. And then we have the single one, then we have the centers, some little like buds, and of course all the pieces that we saw earlier. So let me measure these guys and then we'll do a little something here. Let's see. So the tall one, like, I was gonna say your B, which actually ends up being the D, because when you cut it out, it's gonna come out this way. So that's D. This is actually B. I think I did that another time when I cut an alphabet. I'm like, wait, hold on. I thought I cut this as a letter, but it's because I saw it this way and I didn't think about it. It's gonna flip. Okay, well, let's say a tall one is like 2 1/4. No, sorry, 2 1/8. I would say, even from the cutting. Right about 2 inches, let's just say, because I'm looking at the metal there. And this guy is like 1 1/2, the smaller. You know, your G from the very top of that little guy to down here is more like 2 1/2. If that gives you an idea, you know, maybe you want to see the width of something like an M. It's almost 2 inches wide. And again, it's that 1 1/2-ish deep. So basically they're like 1 1/2 inch letters, right? Because by the time you put this here, it's this top part that we're really looking at. So really nice. Let me grab some papers and think about what I want to do as far as maybe some kind of card base or whatever it is that we're going to do, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I think I'm going to do the word smile. I just looking at that, I thought it was very cute. Or like I was thinking about doing Miranda. We call her Manda, so I thought that's another fun one. Because you're not going to find that everywhere, right? You can personalize it however you like. But what I'm going to do is make a slimline card with the beautiful country garden background die. And so I'll have the links for all those different things that are new there on HSN from Diamond Press. But I'm going to run this through just in this white piece of paper. And then this is just a slimline size paper. I actually had to cut this down from an A4 piece of paper that I had. So if you don't have A2, because on A2 size piece of paper, it's already 8.5 wide, you just cut it 7.5 inches on the 11-inch side. But this one I have to cut on the 11 and like almost 12-inch side to 8.5, and then cut it at 7.5 in the other direction. I think I may have misspoke. 7 inches, right? So it's 8.5 by 7, not 7.5. You want 8.5 by 7. If you want a 3.5 by 8.5 inch slimline card, of course. So on the 7-inch side, I'm going to score this at 3.5 inches. And then it's already 8.5 on the other direction. So now we have 3.5 by 8.5 inch card base. I'm going to run this one through. And then for my letters, I just grabbed a bunch of scrap colors, and I think I want to do them like this pinky kind of coral, and then showing through the back the orange because it's nice and bright and it'll show through real well. So I'm going to take the letters for smile. I have an S here, I have an M, all the different letters, I, L, E, and let's see. Oh, so cute. Okay, so we have smile. So from the orange paper that I want to show through, I'm just going to cut the letters out because that's what's going to peek through. And then on these guys, we're going to do something a little bit different. But we are going to cut them out initially, just like it says in the instructions. So I'm going to cut them out completely out of the orange, cut them out completely out of the pink, and then we'll come back through and do our inlay. Okay, so I'll be right back. Just real quick, I want to show you, I probably should have cut this one last because we have all our little bits, but so we have that gorgeous background. And then on the same slimline folder that I've cut a few times on here, I'm just going to pop this on here and we can cut them all at once, right? I just put a little tape, so cut them out pretty quickly. Even if you use the regular, the smaller folder, you can just arrange them in a way that they can all cut at the same time. And I'll run that through. And I'll be right back. Okay, I just put glue on the back of this, have everything cut, so I'm just going to lay that down. Now I'm going white on white because I just love that look, but if you wanted to like do some modeling or some coloring under this and then have that kind of show through, that beautiful country garden dye, you can definitely do that. And what I'm going to do is now, I suppose I'll use the little dots. What do I want to use? Yeah, we'll go with the dots. So let's see here. And again, if you're looking at the inspo or instruction sheet. So let's say if we're going to go with these striped ones. Sorry, yeah, so let's say we're going with like the stripe one. What we can do is just pick out the letters we need. Let me get this out of here. And we have the M, and I would place it, you know, because I'm using the pink one on top. Just like that. Put a little tape, you know, because it's barely showing through there, and run it through, and now we have our M with the little lines cut into it. And then again, if there's something that's a little more funky, like the D has its own thing, you know, F, okay, it's just this line one, right? So we're going to look in here and find the one that has just the line and run it through that way. Some of them have just curves, like this one. So you can see on there, with the alphabet guide, it'll run you through what you need, okay? So I'm going to see which ones I need for the little circles. I'm pretty sure with the letters I have, I probably need all of the different types of circles. So I'm going to take a moment, like E, I need the one that's a little bit curved. And you know, as you look at it, you can pretty much see which one you need. There's several of them, so you don't have to like, okay, I'm only going to do this one, I'm only going to run this one letter once. You have 3. So again, if you wanted to, you know, run them through all at the same time, you can do that. So let's just say for the E, I have this guy, right? It's a little bit curved. And then looks like for I would have the straight one. Yeah, that's what I figured. So my I, I'll use this little guy. And again, there's 3 of them, so you can have those to run through and not have to wait for each one, right? So let me find the ones I need and I'll be right back. Okay. And I'm just taping them down, so I have my L. The other reason you have 3, I just thought about that, is like on M. So you need 3 of the little straight side ones. So I'm going to run these through and then I'm going to run my M through separately once I get all my little dots from the others. And this guy. Okay, so I'm just going to place them on cutting folder and run them through, and I will be right back. And then I'll do the same thing with the M. I'll remove these guys and I'll place them here, here, and here. Tape them down, run it through all at once. Gosh, you guys, as I cut them out, these are so cute. Look at that. Again, so I'll remove these, put them on here, and then just, oh, down here, and then just tape them down as I go. And run it through. Okay. Here's my little M. So I'm just going to remove this carefully from each area, and I will be right back. Okay, so before I start layering up the card, I'm just going to go ahead and glue these guys together. Sorry, yeah, so we're just going to layer these guys up and glue them together. So, you know, each one of my letters here. And I suppose on the dot on the I, you can just use the pink or whatever. But what I'm going to do is I'll still layer it up just to give it that thickness so that they're all basically the same. Where's my glue? I'll use this one. Okay, so just glue them together, and then we'll see kind of what we want to do, and then we'll cut out some flowers to finish off our card. So I'll put that there. Alright, I'll layer them all up. So, just checking this out, see what we got. Aww. Something like that. And then we can either pop up our letters or just leave them kind of the way they are, decorate them with the flowers, pop up the flowers, or just leave it all flat, whatever it is that you want to do. So what I'm going to do is, put that to the side for a moment, just get all the different little flowers and leaves and just cut a bunch of them. I don't really know what it is that I want to do, so for now I'm just going to cut, you know, from this green, several of these guys. We have another flower over here, and then, oh, we have an exclamation point, so cute. Little flowers. We have some centers. Let me just grab all the flowers and everything that's here. Let's look at those little flower center here, and like a little bud. So I'm just gonna take all these pieces and just with whatever scraps I have here, I might bring in some other ones. I'll just cut a bunch of leaves and flowers, and then we'll just put them on here just like that. Oh, you know, that's so cute. I think some of these were like, it's just a plain dot, are probably from the fallouts of the letters, right? Which is very cute. So you can also just use these guys just to cut some circles if you want to pop them into your little centers. But either way, I'll be right back. I'm just going to cut out a ton of flowers. Okay, guys. Sorry, things are kind of back here because I was die cutting here, and that's where I put them. But let me get this nice little fresh stickiness. Okay. So all I'm going to do for these guys right now is just put little centers on my flowers, and if that's like the larger one or however, you can look at the picture and you can, you know, do whatever you like. I did cut, again, from just one of the little dots, these little guys, just a couple sets, so I have those to play with too. But like if I want to put this guy here, maybe that guy there. And you know, for these, if you want a larger center or smaller centers, you can do that too. So I will take a moment to do that. I'll be right back. Put these things to the side. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put my letters down, and then I'll work the flowers in wherever I feel like. So I'm not going to take into account the flowers yet. And these would be really easy to pop up. I'm probably not going to pop mine up, but they have plenty of room behind them that you can, you know, put your dimensional adhesives there, and it'll work really well. So for me, what I always normally do is start with this center letter, just so I know I'm pretty much centered. So I'll put this here, you know, it's 8.5 inches, so we can do 4.25 is basically the midline, right? So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.25-ish is like here. But we do have an M in there, and M takes up more room. So, you know, you can always just take into account all those different things, because to me that's too much this way, right? So let's bring it over just a little bit. But, you know, and then from there I kind of judge what's going on. But let's see, smile. A little more over this way. And maybe this one. Let me bring that in. Okay, I'm still going to judge it kind of around this little guy. So I'm going to start with him. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put a little piece of tape because my card keeps wants to pop up. So let's put that there and this here to help us kind of hold it in place. I might put one more. There we go. And then if you want to pull out a ruler or something to, you know, for the straight line, I usually just eyeball things. And especially with the little flowers, they're going to help kind of run interference, you know. So I'll start with that guy. Oh, we have a little eye. He's so cute. And then from there, I just kind of eyeball things. So if I need to move this guy over a little bit more, I'll do that. So I know where the S is, so it's about the same distance from the edge as the E is, and I glue things down in that way. So I will be right back. And just eyeballing again. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, so now we play. Alright, so the reason I had a little gap here because I knew I wanted to put the L kind of like with the flower like this, so I gave myself a little room for that. You know, wherever it is that you want to place it. And then, where's my other one? This guy. I was thinking about putting one there too, but we'll see. Okay, so, let's say we can go around and kind of place some of these little guys. Maybe also a little bud. Oh my gosh, how cute. I didn't stick that one down quite. So they did in the picture. Oh, that's cute. In the picture they have it kind of up here. And let's say this pink flower or something. So I'm just going to go around and kind of play with this a little bit, see what it is that I want to do. Oh my goodness. And put like a little flower or something. Just kind of in general around each one. And then I will be right back. Okay, I have one little flower left over, but I was just kind of playing with things. So now I'm just going to glue things down. So again, if you want some dimensional, go for it. I'm just going to place things. Oopsie. Did not want that up there. Here and there, and just add our little glue. And I will be back. Okay. So since I had an extra flower, I just popped it there. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks so much Diamond Press for sending these items for review. I hope that gave you some idea how to use these pretties. Look at those little flowers. They're so cute because they're just really nice to put together really quickly and, you know, place them here and there however you like. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll have some images for you. I'll have the links in the description box along with any other new items that might be there on HSN. And I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.